Hey folks, it's Rob Flux here with another Real Deal on the Field. I'm here with Jagdish and Moin at 11 Townhouse project here in Castle Hill. Firstly, welcome Jagdish. You've been, I guess, a member of our community for a very long period of time. Not a student, but how long have you been in the community, mate?
Around 4.5
Pretend
years.
like you can.
I have been participating your meets straight from the Eastwood times, the Eastwood Leagues Club, and followed by the Club Parameter. I was the last in the last meet. Me, Moin, both were there in the Club Parameter, the surveying meet, and have learned plenty watching your videos again and again.
Thank you, mate. That's
Thanks,
greatly
Rob.
appreciated. And now it's your turn to give back to everyone else.
Yes.
So we're going to learn all about this 11 Townhouse project here. Firstly, it's a couple of sites that you've actually amalgamated together. How did you find the deal? And then when you found it, I guess you had to then expand it because I guess there were some challenges with the amount of street frontage, wasn't there?
Correct. Around 7:30 p.m. 3 years back, the agent Sunny called me that Jagdish, there is a site which may be of interest to you because of proximity to the Castle Tower and RSLN school. Next day, early morning, possibly around 6 a.m., I was here with my coffee. I walked down the street here to there, saw who is parking, what is the site. There were 2 homes here at that time. Then we gave offer, same day.
So that's moving quick, folks. So 7 p.m., came here 6 a.m., made it offer the same day. That you got to act fast.
Yes, because that was a hot time. No land was available, nothing was available. NSW was super hot 3 years back.
Yep. So then you identified, you'd made the offer, you picked up the first site, but then looking at the site, you realised that it was very deep, but not very wide.
Yeah.
So what did you determine from there?
At the same time, we offered the number 6 and the number 12. We asked the same agent to negotiate with the owners of market, and he finally was able to break ice with the number 12. And that was around late evening, when I was in my home in Chatswood, he was in his home in Bankstown, and we were on a conference call with the owner. Agent was sitting with them. The lady said, "I don't want to sell." I said, "We want to buy." No. I said, "We want to buy and buy today." And this each site we acquired in 2.35 million, 8 and 10. But for this, the number 12, we had to raise the value to 2.7. So, okay. Yes, but the frontage was the thing what we were targeting, because the site is very deep, backs towards the showground station.
Yep.
But the frontage was not giving a very neat layout.
Yeah. We're about to get run over here, folks, so that's okay. That's the beauty of doing a live recording. Okay, in doing so, you've got plenty of frontage. You've assessed the deal to say, look, from a density perspective, it's an R4, so you can get plenty of density on here. Proximity-wise, we're actually immediately opposite us. We've got I guess a park.
Reserve.
About 300 metres away, we've got ourselves, I guess, the Castle Towers shopping centre. We're just around the corner from the train station. There's an RSL. There's all sorts of things going on from a proximity perspective. So density-wise, we can get plenty on here. You determined that you could have got 17 on here if you put a basement.
Yes.
But you chose to go for, I guess, a lower density at 11 so that you didn't have the basement. What was the reason why you did that?
Reason, because when you choose a basement, it increases the amount of heads involved in decision making from the council perspective, like the fire comes in and plenty other consultants. When you construct there, because we are builder also for the same project, we build and develop both together. So the construction time gets extended for around 6 to 8 months, and we didn't wanted that. And there is a definite the population here, because one thing I would have forgot to tell you, the 200 meter is the Castle Hill High, which is a very prominent and most wanted sort of school among Asian population. So we wanted the parking at grade, no coming up and down, because we are looking at aging population and kids two specific things.
Yeah, very good. And so, hence, I guess the next question I was going to ask is, who have you aimed the demographic at? Clearly the Asian community.
Yes.
And more specifically, the multi-generation.
Multi-generation.
Multi-generation. So very common in the Asian community to have two, sometimes even three generations
Yes.
in the same household at the same time. So you've designed these so that there's multiple living areas, bathrooms, full bathrooms upstairs and downstairs. So anyone who's aging in place can actually, I guess, be living on the ground floor and that sort of thing. What else have you done in these to, I guess, to cater for that community?
To cater for the community, as you just now said, it's 4 full bathrooms. There is no powder room. And the layout has plenty landscaped area, as good as a huge house has. So each townhouse is a duplex size, has a multi-purpose room like a media room or work from home space, 3 full bedrooms, a decent size, master bedroom has 4.5 meter, and we have specifically involved an interior designer also in it to access the livability, like how people will move. And a few houses we were able to get a small kitchenette in the first floor also, like the microwave and the water space, but a small kitchenette, 1 meter, not big, but it adds value if somebody wants that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, mate, so the project's been going 3 years so far. So, when is it due to complete?
This I am targeting to get completed construction-wise by August 2024. It is a simple construction. If I talk about the construction method, 5 one side, 6 another side, and the middle driveway has the OSD. So 2 have been cleared, demolished, and earthwork has been done. So we will be starting the benching from after 3 days.
Yep.
As the weather gets cleared. That's it.
Very good. And I guess the last challenge that you had to overcome, I guess Hills Council are very much about I guess green space and I guess lots of the greenery and that sort of thing. You did some pretty tricky things there. One, because of your proximity to the park, and so you're able to use that to your advantage. But you did something very creative with the driveway. So tell everyone about what you did with the driveway to actually turn that into green space.
Council landscape people were objecting about the landscaped area, and we were less because of the building footprint, around 4.5 to 5% less. One day I was just going to drop my kids for the vacation cricket, and I saw in the shore school preamble paving. I would have seen before, but because that was at the top of my mind then, I took a snap, sent to my landscape architect, and he said, voila, we can do it. And then we presented the same thing with the Boral hydro pave in a A1 sheets to a council meet when a town planner and we all went together. It was the COVID time, peak COVID time, and we were successful in getting the hydro paver calculated as landscape.
So I'm just going to describe to everyone what that actually means. So the concrete itself is actually full of tiny little, a mesh of holes, so hundreds and hundreds of little holes as you actually drive across them. Yes. And in those holes, you can actually plant grass. Yes. And so when you're looking at it, the actual driveway looks green, yes. But it's actually solid and is concrete underneath. And so you've been able to use that to yes. show the greenery in the area and that sort of thing. And I guess very clever use. Don't see many people do that. It's a very, very old technique that you don't see very often. Yeah.
It's a very old technique because the example which I poked is possibly is a 40-50 years old because they were used and all. But it just came accidental. I took a snap, sent to and it was the right place at the right time sort of thing.
Yeah, very good. Now, it is starting to rain, folks, so we might start to wrap this up. Hope you guys have enjoyed, I guess, the story. Mike, great to hear from you, mate. It was a good chat. So how did you guys come about as partners? Tell us a little bit about that.
We did our first project as developers in 2014, where a builder cooked us up. We have just met accidentally, and we both were looking to earn money, some extra income. And we did a duplex project in Wentworthville, but the builder put us down. But we have too much trust developed during that project. So now practically it's 10 years doing together, and we have our several projects running together, and
So
both families are friends.
You can find JV partners almost anywhere, folks. So
Yes.
that's and good relationships, good friendships, that sort of thing. Now, the one thing that I was going to ask you and I didn't ask you, your percentage profit on cost here. I think you said it was in the vicinity of 29%.
Correct.
Correct. So, and this is 11 townhouses. Now, everybody knows my rule of 6, folks. And for those of you who don't know my rule of 6, if you have a 20% profit on cost and you sell 5, that means that the 6th one is owned free and clear. Now, when you've got a 25% profit on cost, that means that the magic number jumps down to 5. When you've got a 30% number, that means that drops down to 4. Now, you've got a 29% and you've got 11, so you're going to have about 2.5 properties owned free and clear, mate. Are you going to be selling these off? Are you going to be holding on to them? Or because until we had this chat about 5 minutes ago, you hadn't really thought that through.
For this project, yes, I have not thought it through, specifically looking at, because this has a few investors involved, and I didn't want it to go on an angle where it is called conflict of interest. So on this side, as of now, I may have another rethinking, but as of now, I will be selling all.
Well,
as of now,
I'm going to try and convince you to
Sure.
not sell them all, mate, because then it's going to be, I guess, because you don't realise the profit, you're not going to pay the tax, and that means it's going to be an asset that's going to grow with you forever and ever, and be giving you revenue forever and ever. So think about that one, mate.
Sure.
If I can add value to your process, but mate, this is amazing. I'd love to actually go on site, but it's dirt and it's muddy and it's raining today. So, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very
Thanks,
much,
Rob.
Moy.
Thanks,
Thank you very much. Now, folks, we've got plenty of these real deals in the field. Hopefully, I can convince Jagdish to actually present this at one of our upcoming meetups in the not too distant future. But we run those meetups all the way around the country. We run them in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Adelaide. So if you want to see the full version of deals just like this one, make sure you come to one of those by clicking on the link below. Until then, folks, bye for now.
bye. Thanks.